Welcome to the Scripts and Scenes podcast, a show where we check out movies and TV series. In each episode, we will review a show or a movie that we have recently watched. It could be something old or something new. And at the end of each show, we will let you know where it falls on our rating scale. I just want to give a quick shout out to everyone that is in our Facebook group.
Thank you, fans.
The Scripts and Scenes podcast. We have Courtney, who said Now and Then was her favorite childhood movie. She likes it because it reminds her of all her girlfriends who lived in her neighborhood.
Shout out to them.
We have Mr. Matt. He chose The Indian in the Cupboard and Small Soldiers.
Two memorable flicks.
Yeah. He remembers seeing them as a kid, so they were definitely nostalgic for him. Katarina, the movie that she liked was Shrek.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah.
We should do an episode on that one day.
People voted. The people voted. This is it.
There was an election?
Yep.
My God.
There was two.
There were two?
The votes were not recounted,
Whoa.
though. So,
Fake news.
So basically it says that this is her favorite movie because it's all about reality, how real love isn't perfect but worth it and can make you so happy, how looks don't matter most, money doesn't always matter most, the most unexpected and random person can become your absolute best friend.
That's beautiful.
Real friendship is about sticking by the people you love when they're difficult because you understand them, and how there is a happy ending even if it doesn't happen the way you think or picture it will. Honestly, as an adult, she realizes how important that movie really is and how truly amazing the meaning and the plot is. She loves Shrek.
That's a beautiful summary of this movie.
Right? It really is.
It's going to be hard to top that doing this. I don't think we're going to be able to get there.
Nah.
With this episode.
Because that's not what we do. I mean, we bash when it needs bashing, and we honor it when it needs honoring.
Yeah, praise where praise is due.
Exactly. So
there's gonna be a lot of praise on Shrek.
Yes.
All right.
There is. It was awesome. For me, it was Austin Powers, Eddie Murphy, and whenever it goes back to our. I don't know why every single episode that we do goes back to our first episode, but.
Disney rant?
Yeah. When there's no Eddie Murphy, there's no singing. But clearly in this one, they were singing because there's Eddie Murphy.
There is.
You know what I mean? He was singing at the end. He had his glasses on.
It was beautiful.
Excuse me.
Dude, the end sequence song, that was jamming when I was a kid. Like that.
Yeah. It was awesome. It was like, and I'm a dream. I'm a believe. I believe. He had the glasses on. It was fire.
All right.
So I still got a few more people to shout out. I got let me see. Shahana, she goes with Forrest Gump. That movie has always resonated with her throughout life. She thinks it gave her a different outlook on what kinds of disabilities people have, including the ones you can and cannot see. Looking back, it's definitely expanded her perspective in the special needs community. Not to only mention TV shows like The Good Doctor, Atypical, Love on the Spectrum. Continue to break down preconceived notions regarding autism and other learning disabilities, which is great.
Good stuff, informative stuff right there.
Yeah, I mean that kind of just like hit me in the feels, like oof. And I like The Good Doctor, like that show. I don't know if you watched it.
No, I'm not. We'll get to TV shows one day, but I'm not that much of a TV guy.
Nah, it's an awesome series. Like, I think they're on like season 3, but like the first 3 episodes, I bawled out, bro. Like I was just like, it was very heartfelt. Like I was just like, holy shit! Like you want these people to make it, but it's just like all the odds are put against them, and it's just like it's so difficult. But that show is great.
Right in the feels.
Yeah. And then we have Stephanie. She chose.
It's gonna keep happening, folks. We can't stop it.
Yeah.
We tried.
So she says she just can't pick one, but 2 of her favorite films are The Never Ending Story.
That's a good one.
She's always loved this film, having grown up watching it with her siblings. It's also one of her dad's favorite movies. She's always resonated with reading to escape into fantasy worlds and go on adventures and stuff. And that book encapsulates all that stuff. But it does what just reading can't. Brings it all to life. And then another great movie. It's not really like an old movie, which a lot of people are like, that's not nostalgic. And it's like, if it's not a 2020 movie, for me, technically, it's nostalgic.
What's the controversy?
Just a lot of people were saying that it's not old enough. One? Interstellar.
Oh, Interstellar.
Yeah. Okay. And I was like, but I mean, technically it's old if you're in canon with the film. Like if this.
Oh, that's true. It's a time manipulation movie. Who's to say what's old or not?
So that's that. That's to all the Interstellar fans. I mean, to the Interstellar haters.
Because you guys are pretty stellar.
Right. So she says she loves sci-fi and the idea of space travel, and this movie explores a very real end of the world possibility, but also keeps the possibilities of space travel realistic. The crew that travels to find a new Earth has to race time, and they can't go back, and they can't have do-overs. And she's pretty sure a ton of logistical math was actually done correctly for the movie to work, which was super cool. And I think it was Christopher Nolan. Mm-hmm. He did great stuff.
He goes all in.
Yeah. He was doing great stuff with that. So, shout out to everybody that was on our Facebook page, engaged. And then what we did basically out of everyone that commented on that thread, we put those movie titles in a poll, and then we had people vote on them, and then we took the top 3, and then we put them in a separate poll, and this is where we're at right now. Yeah. I don't know what the hell's going on. That's just gonna happen.
It's gonna be a thing.
And
we're just gonna
you guys are probably laughing at me right now, like. Yeah, that was kind of loud. Yeah, that was a little bit, right?
Wow. Oh my God!
My ears hurt right now. Like, Jesus, crazy. All right, so
synchronized drinking.
All right, so before we get into the spoiler zone. Here's a word from our sponsors. We get paid from Squarespace, and we get paid from Earth Hero. So make sure you check it out. And let us know what you think in the comments.
Are you starting a business and looking to build a website? Look no further than Squarespace. Squarespace has all the tools you need to bring your ideas to life. Easily manage your site anywhere from your phone, tablet, or computer. Using their award-winning templates, you can bring your vision to life and share it with everyone. Visit squarespace.com/partner10 and you will instantly receive 10% off your order.
All right, so we are back. I'm going to burp. Hold on.
Very Shrek. How else can you begin a Shrek review?
Right, without burping.
Other than that.
Right.
10 out of 10.
All right, hold on. So let's get into it. Let's do... What are we doing again? The spoiler zone?
Spoiler zone. It's going to be hard to spoil this movie. Everyone who's watching this has seen Shrek. Right?
I hope so. I mean, it's not... I mean, there's what? I guess there's 4 of them?
There's 4.
Like, bro.
We got Shrek.
So it was 2001. This was a while ago. It was a while ago. So here we go.
Ta-da! Good fun.
Okay, so welcome to the spoiler zone.
We're in the spoiler zone.
So I'm gonna spoil this movie for you.
For all one person who hasn't seen Shrek.
Right. Let me see. I don't know what cameras to look at.
There's so many.
Right.
All of our best angles.
I'm gonna look at this one because I like this one. So, I'm just gonna look at this one.
Wow. Decisions.
Options, man. That's all you need. Life. Options.
Keep it open.
So for. So it looks like I'm gonna have to need a mic. I'm gonna get a mic stand. I'm gonna use that mic stand after this because that's obviously messing up.
Gonna be a problem.
Yeah. Pretty much, this movie is Shrek is an ogre. There's a whole bunch of fairy tale creatures, and it's pretty much like this dude is trying to have his home for himself. He's trying to
do his own thing.
Trying to do his own thing,
Be swamp.
People come up and they're just like, oh, let's. I don't know if you've seen like Addams Family, but they're just like, we have an ogre here, we have a monster here. Let's do the pitchforks and fires. They try to run him out his own home. Doesn't work. And
poor choices really from the villagers. We're not fully prepared for what they were into
at all. So then what happens? Pretty much the Lord of the land is like, all right, he dumps all the fairy tale creatures in this guy's house. And this guy got mad. This guy's Austin Powers, and he's like, "Dude, I'm going over here." Or Mike Myers.
Myers. I like that we're just gonna go with Austin. I think the rest we should just call him Austin Powers.
It's an iconic role, you know.
Right, it is.
It's really. I mean,
hot on the heels of Austin Powers.
Hey,
we have Shrek.
well, Shrek, or yeah, I know he had the other one, the Wayne's brothers.
Wayne's World.
Yeah, Wayne's World.
Mm-hmm. And Cat in the Hat.
And Cat in the Hat. Yep. I'll just go with Mike Myers.
We'll go with Mike. Yeah, keep it simple.
So basically, this guy, Mike Myers voices, befriends a donkey. He's a jackass.
Begrudgingly.
And then what? I don't know. Pretty much, it's just like a love story. Like the knight saves the princess.
Not between the ogre and the donkey. We should specify.
The what?
It's not a love story between the ogre and the donkey.
Yeah, no. There's a princess.
Not what this is about.
There's a princess, and it's Cameron Diaz. It was that. She did a lot of movies in the '90s. She was killing it, as they say. Basically, she's the princess. They gotta go save her, and they do a lot of things here and there along the way. They grow as friends, and the donkey ends up getting with the dragon.
Bravest donkey ever, by the way.
It's a little scary though. It's a conspiracy there because donkey has the same amount of letters as dragon. Was it meant to be this way?
Really dragging on that bit.
Right.
Hey-o!
I don't know. So I don't really know if there's like a huge spoiler zone for this.
Yeah, how are we gonna spoil that? They have a happy ending. It turns out that Princess Fiona is what?
An ogre.
Mike, what the twist?
She's an ogre.
Oh hell no!
So she basically just like is scared. Like every time at sunset, she returns into an ogre, and she's trying to get with a human being because she thinks that's her true love, and that's what's gonna beat the curse, the spell that she's under. However, she is fond of this ogre gentleman, and she ends up falling in love with him, and when she meets like Lord Farquaad. What?
Yeah, Lord Farquaad.
Farquaad.
And we'll get into that.
Yep, on the research side. So I mean, it's nostalgic November. This is a spoiler, and it's all spoiled. Like if you haven't seen Shrek, then
it's been 19 years.
Come on, exactly. Like what?
Years.
Like come on.
It's a classic.
It's like almost half my life. Like come on, that's crazy.
It's more than half my life. I was 7. You were 7? Shrek came out, yeah. Get Shreked, my time.
Damn, that's crazy.
Time keeps going.
7-11. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and go into the research.
All right, moving on to... it's probably important to make eye contact with the camera, right?
Yeah.
Welcome to the research zone. Background noise. Tonight, I'm wearing a nice green hoodie. Green for Shrek.
Ooh, okay.
Trying to keep it together. So, usually when we get here, I go into who stars in the movie, how much money the movie made, who directed the movie, yada yada yada. That's not what's interesting about the background of Shrek. Alright? Not even close. The background of this movie is a Game of Thrones fight between 2 studios, and it's amazing.
Fatality.
It's bad like that?
It's insane.
Jesus.
Right? One of the things you might notice when you've watched Shrek, right? Got a lot of Disney characters in it. We got Snow White, we got the 7 Dwarfs.
Everybody, yep.
Sleeping Beauty, Pinocchio. There's a lot of characters that have had Disney releases. Yep. Okay? That's intentional. Okay? Give you the full context. I gotta go back in time a little bit. Before 2001, 1966. I know it's a little bit, I'm getting my tinfoil hat here, but it's gotta be said.
Let's do it.
Alright? Guy at the head of Walt Disney. Illuminati.
No, keep going.
Right? He dies. Walt Disney, dead. Disney, I know this is crazy for us living in 2020 when Disney is a monopoly that owns...
They own Fox. They own everything.
Star Wars, Black Panther... you said Black Panther instead of Marvel. No. Star Wars, Marvel, National Geographic. They have they all over the place. But after Walt Disney died, the company wasn't actually doing too good. It was actually going through a bad way throughout the 60s and 70s. And it almost went bankrupt in the 80s.
Really?
In 1985, the movie The Black Cauldron almost kills the Disney animation studio. It's almost annihilated from the earth. Think about that. The kings of animation were that close to bankruptcy and destruction.
Jeez. And that was in the 80s?
It was 1985, The Black Cauldron. It's a real Disney movie that you probably have never seen. Some of you maybe not even ever heard of it because Disney wants you to forget. It bombed in the box office hard, and it nearly killed their animation studio. So, what does Disney do? It hires a new CEO, a little guy named Michael Eisner. Okay, Michael Eisner brings on one of his close associates and friends. They've worked together in previous movies. Have you ever seen the movie Airplane?
Yeah.
Michael Eisner.
I haven't seen it, but I heard it's hilarious.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Michael Eisner and Jeffrey Katzenberg worked together on that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jeffrey Katzenberg is added to head up the animation studio at the Walt Disney Company by Michael Eisner. Together, they launch what's called the Disney Renaissance. Right? We're talking Who Framed Roger Rabbit, The Little Mermaid, all right? The Lion King, the things that took Disney from the brink of destruction and brought it to where it is today, to be the Goliath of power. These
Really?
two came in and saved the day. Now, the number 2 at Disney was a guy named Frank Wells. Now, unfortunately, Frank Wells passed away in a tragic helicopter accident in 1994, leaving a vacancy. And everybody at Disney thought it's got to be Jeffrey Katzenberg. Michael Eisenberg has to put his buddy Katzenberg into number 2 because he helped build this corporation.
Yeah.
He's passed over for the promotion. And it starts a massive, massive, massive feud between the two men.
Does he go to Universal Studios?
He starts his own company,
DreamWorks.
with a
Ooh.
DreamWorks. When Michael Eisner finds out that Jeffrey Katzenberg is leaving Disney, he goes so far as to call him a little midget, right? Because he is notoriously small, right? And Jeffrey Katzenberg, not wanting to take anything lying down, fires back. Now, at first, there's a little bit of feud between DreamWorks and Disney. A lot of
Sorry.
killing me here. Now, a lot of the early DreamWorks movies, like Ants, Shark Tale, they get accused of just being Disney knockoffs. And DreamWorks claims, hey, we were part of Disney for a while. We were part of the creative team. That's not, those movies that were made weren't exclusively Disney. We want to tell our version of them. Some people say they're not as good. I tend to agree with them. They're not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about Shrek. Yeah. Shrek was the big magnifique to Jeffrey Katzenberg. He wanted it, and he made it as a giant middle finger to the Walt Disney Corporation. Now, when he found out that he had been called a little midget, it's no coincidence that Lord Farquaad is short. If you look up Michael Eisner, he looks exactly like Lord Farquaad. They modeled him after. They modeled Lord Farquaad after Michael Eisner. But they modeled this dude after him. And the word Farquaad itself, if you think about it hard enough, kind of sounds like a diss. Alright, and that is just about as close as you can get to saying something like that in a children's movie. Now, Lord Farquaad, what is he the lord of? The lord of Duloc, Disney World. It's a pristine castle where everything has to be idyllic, and everybody washes their hands and wipes their face. Hey. And what is Lord Farquaad trying to do? Take control of all the fairy tale creatures. Disney trying to take up everything, all of the fairy tale creatures that they have brought together to the animation studios. And Shrek subverts everything. It subverts the usual happy tale ending that Disney comes out with. It is made directly to tell Disney to go themselves. And they pull it off. It becomes a smash hit. Smash Mouth does the band. Somebody once told me the world was gonna woe me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. It becomes a smash hit success.
No pun intended.
Ayo. And goes on to have 3 sequels.
That was legitness.
Really was.
That is the background of Shrek. Get Shreked.
Yo. Make sure that you like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, if you like movies, if you love hearing us reviews.
Conspiracies.
You know, like, make sure you download and you follow our podcast wherever you streaming our podcast, and make sure you drop a like and subscribe on our YouTube channel because
follow us on Facebook.
We do, and follow us on Facebook. The Scripts and Scenes podcast. We had like 5 members join us just today, which I was like, oh,
we're growing. We have continuously grown. Thank you so much for all the support we've been getting, by the way, guys.
Thank you to everybody. This is for you. I just want to get over.
It's over 9,000.
That's what it needs to be. It needs to be over 9,000. We got to get our views over 10,000. We got to get over 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. We gained like 15 subscribers in the last week. So, we're doing pretty good. We're at 150. When we started this podcast, we were at 132, and that was from my gaming days. But we gained a few. We gained a little audience.
We're moving up in the world.
And yeah, I mean, the most that we could ask of you is to click that like button, subscribe, and
destroy that bell notification.
Destroy that bell.
Shrek that bell notification.
Let me see. I think we could go ahead. You got a list. Is that everything from the research?
Oh, that was it.
That was from the research.
I plowed through that.
Yep. One thing that I can say is with the nostalgic ones, it's I didn't feel like I had to write anything, but you did the research, so you got to have a couple topics here and there.
Yeah.
With this, it's kind of if you haven't seen it, it's been 19 years.
It's been 19 years.
I can't say everything that happened because it's
everyone knows.
Exactly.
That's the thing. I rewatched this movie. It holds up.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I saw it earlier this morning.
Beautiful, but it's nothing's forgetful. I didn't rewatch Shrek being I forgot about that scene.
Exactly. Right.
It's there. It's in your head. You know it from beginning to end.
The gingerbread man. The gingerbread man. I mean, the Muffin Man. Do you know the Muffin Man? The one that lives on Drury Lane? Come on, bro. This thing, it was funny. It had its moments. It definitely got me in my nostalgic mode, and I felt good about it.
Absolutely.
It was a lot of magic. So we're going to go ahead and take a break, and here's a word from our sponsors.
Are you tired of searching through Amazon and other big box stores for ethical and eco-friendly products? Find all you need and more at the eco-friendly online marketplace, Earth Hero. They have a huge collection of clothes, personal care items, kitchenware, and so much more. The best part is that these products are made with the earth in mind. You can pick from products that are sourced, manufactured, and shipped in a way that protects our planet's future. Earth Hero has done the work so that you don't have to. Do yourself and the earth a favor. Go to earthhero.com and use promo code Joel10 for 10% off your order. Again, that's Joel10, Joel10 at earthhero.com.